Hey, welcome to another video from SkinnyMedic. This is our weekly quarantine update. So it's kind of been a tradition. We've kind of started on Saturdays, just kind of an update video for you guys. So we'll let Mrs. SkinnyMedic go first, kind of what she's seen at the grocery stores or on the news. Did you see?
I have noticed grocery store getting better stocked in some areas. Bread was back, milk was back, canned goods were still getting hit hard. Don't know why people aren't buying fresh produce while they can, because there's more vitamins in the fresh stuff, which then of course is better for your body than canned stuff. So I don't really understand that, because I've been buying fresh every week and eating fresh fruit and vegetables every day. Canned goods are for when I can't get that. So that's been interesting. The cleaning aisle is still wiped out. So I did check in, and there's still no Lysol wipes to be found.
At least we know they're cleaning their houses now. So.
Yeah, I mean, I already have vinegar, I have ammonia, I have bleach. I think what else? There's something else natural I keep on hand that's good for that kind of stuff. Ammonia was another one I keep on hand. And I did buy a bottle of spray bleach cleaner to keep in the car after I go to stores to spray my shoes off before I come in, just because they are finding that it's living longer on surfaces. So I thought I should probably do that before I track in the house.
Yeah, didn't we see that's like 5 days on shoes? So
yes, and we had seen the little article about the cruise line where they found that it was living in the rooms for 17 days.
Right, that's on the CDC's website. Just
yes.
Not sure if it's still viable or it can be.
Yes, they said no more testing needed to be done to find out, more research and testing if it's considered contractable. Is that the right word?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, but it was still living after 17 days, and that is on the CDC website. So I read the article there to confirm it.
Tell them what you did when you went to Walmart. Like, you didn't use a buggy.
No, I did not use a buggy. I figured everybody's using the buggies. Walmart is not wiping them down. Some of the more higher end grocery stores, Publix locally, I know, is doing that. They are sanitizing the buggies every time before they're being used. Aldi, my sister said, was wiping down the keypad every time. So some of the grocery stores are doing stuff. I did not see Walmart doing any sanitizing. They've still got their thing you can wipe down your buggy with, but they're not doing anything in between that I saw. I mean, I could be wrong on that, but I didn't see anything. So I decided to take a rolling backpack I had and some of my reusable bags, and I used self-checkout, and I've actually done 2 trips in the store and out to the car each trip I've made to keep from putting too much stuff in my bag and having to sit it even on the Walmart little counter there. Try to do that. I've also taken hand sanitizer in my pocket, so I'm hand sanitizing my hands before I'm opening car doors, that kind of thing. And I'm just leaving the bags in the back of the car. I'm not even bringing those into the house. I'm taking the groceries out of the bag and then bringing them in a few at a time and putting them where they go, just because we don't really know a lot. And if it's living on stuff for 17 days, I don't know who has picked up that box of cereal and gone, yeah, I don't want that, and put it back. So that's kind of, as I've gone through Walmart, I've tried to think what's the least amount of germs I can bring home. Tried to be aware that way. What else have I started doing different? I think that was kind of the main thing, from just, like I said, reading what the CDC said, trying to be more aware of, because we don't have it a whole lot in our area yet. Our county had, as of yesterday, 7 in our county, and I did find on the CDC website where you can break it down to zip codes. So there was none in our zip code, or our Walmart zip code. Now, my parents' zip code did have a few, and your parents, it was in their zip codes is where the bulk of them were. And I mean, 7's not a lot. Mm-hmm. We live in a smaller county and smaller cities. Greenville County is our big neighboring county, and has the most.
Yeah.
But you'd expect that in a bigger city. Just like when New York has such a high level.
Right.
The bigger the city, the worse it's going to spread. So it
is interesting that we're not seeing the rate of mortality as like other countries have seen. You know, it was high as 4 or 5% in Italy, things like that. So it's still like 1.4, 1.5% here, the best we can tell right now. So
yeah,
I think those numbers are skewed because people aren't getting tested, things like that. But it is what it is. So it does seem to be that you can catch it really easy. But it seems like here, for the most part, the mortality rate's not what we saw.
Yeah,
so,
at least not yet. We're hoping it stays that way.
Hopefully it stays that way. Hopefully, the Surgeon General said this was going to be the week we're going to see it. So we're still climbing on those numbers. We haven't plateaued yet. It's warmer here in South Carolina. We're in the mid 80s right now. So hoping that kind of helps. People do seem to be self-quarantining and kind of taking a little bit of respect for it. South Carolina has not been locked down and said, only essential businesses are open, things like that. So I know a few states have done that. Hopefully that does not come to South Carolina. I don't really want that here for us. So hopefully we'll see it start to plateau and start to kind of go back down. Thank goodness. So still masks are becoming more available now. I saw 3M is starting to make ventilators. So I think we're starting to see that.
I just touched my face.
I did too a minute ago. I wiped my nose. Right in the middle of pollen season, so it's ridiculous. Like you can see pollen going across our property just about. So we were not going to do a garden this year, just everything going in, moving into the new house.
We had several trips planned, NRA, Heritage Life Skills, several things right after moving, so we were going to wait on the garden until next year. But
and then our neighbor got a brand new PTO tiller. We hooked up to his tractor, and I was like, that's pretty cool. And so he came up and did a little spot for us. So that was super thankful for him and his family coming up doing that for us. We have a tractor. I just don't have a PTO tiller yet. Maybe next season I'll get that. So it looks like we're going to be doing a garden this year. Probably just plant just a little bit, just kind of get back in the swing of things. So thankful for that. Business-wise, we're doing okay. We have some supplies coming in. As we're filming this is a Saturday. Monday, we're supposed to have a big truckload of stuff coming in. So excited about that. We have a couple different companies delivering supplies to us. So
if you've been waiting on orders, we're working on it. We're just getting supplies in as we can. Everything's running behind right now. Yeah,
so we have a big shipment of medical supplies coming in. No alcohol pads, no gloves, no N95 masks. Of course, we kind of knew that. We have a large order of Condor, a large order of VanQuest. We're kind of getting the bag stuff situated. So hopefully the first of the week we'll be setting okay. We did cancel the subscription orders right now, just kind of pause them just because I don't want to stress these guys piling up these subscription boxes, not able to get what I actually want to put in them. So we do kind of pause that. But super thankful for you guys spending money at Medical Gear Outfitters and supporting us. So thank you.
One thing we talked about too is I know a lot of people compare this virus to the flu, which we've kind of been doing the same thing, trying to compare it. And I would like to see, so if anybody knows that's out there, some research that is done comparing the time difference, whereas flu season starts like 2019, so we can't really look at 2020 flu because the flu season technically started. So I'm trying to figure out data-wise how to compare that to the coronavirus, with the coronavirus really just hitting here and the flu hitting then, to see some accurate numbers there.
Yeah, it's kind of like everybody, you can always twist numbers to play with them, things like that to fit your agenda.
Your agenda and your opinion.
You see it, so it is interesting to see the numbers. I saw on the news this morning, they said that kind of like United States is now the hot spot. With New York State being the hot spot. We have a little over 100,000 confirmed cases now, and New York State has 45,000 cases roughly. So, if you kind of take them out of it, then the numbers don't look so bad. But if we're kind of in the hot spot now, and we've only had roughly 1,500 deaths, then that's not terrible. I mean, I hate that for the 1,500 people, I really do. That was my family member, then it's a big deal, but that's not that big of a deal, because we saw in Italy, we were seeing like 600 a day die. So right now, we're okay. Now, next week we'll make this video, we're like, oh, SkinnyMedic was wrong. Maybe we're having 500 people die a day. Hopefully that's not the case, and hopefully we're starting to see that kind of peak and plateau.
Hopefully people will keep doing what they're supposed to do with the social distancing. We have had some stories. We're starting now at this point to have connections to people we know who are getting it. Not physical connections, just, you heard, oh, so-and-so, somebody has it. So we heard a story recently. It was a distant family member of mine, that got it. He is elderly. He doesn't go out in the community, but one of his grandsons is getting married. They've been having wedding showers. And I don't know if necessarily he was going to those wedding showers, but the family itself, they were still coming in and visiting him and going in and out of his house while socializing with whoever was coming to these wedding showers. And he has now come down with COVID-19 and is in the hospital. So that's where I think if people will actually follow the social distancing like they're recommending, because even if maybe it's not as bad as the flu, I think the contagious part is the big concern.
Right.
So that's where I was wondering if, number-wise, if we didn't leave this untamed, because we don't really tame the flu.
No.
That's what I think about my mind, tamed and untamed.
Yeah, there's vaccines for that. But
there's vaccines, but people don't social distance during the flu.
Not
so
really.
I'm just curious to see how much we as America can tame this and help those numbers by following the social distancing. But
yeah. So we'll see. It's interesting. We you guys know the hospital's overwhelmed. ICUs are already overwhelmed. So the fact that you're just adding, 100,000 people that have been confirmed cases, for me, I thought about, that doesn't say how many people got tested and were negative. So still people are flooding the urgent cares, the doctor's office and all of that, thinking they have COVID-19, and they're getting negative results. So I think it's just overwhelming the system. And I think it just shows our weak point in our healthcare system across the world. So hopefully we'll learn from this and improve from this and keep moving on. Don't let history repeat itself this time next year.
Yeah.
So anything else?
I don't think so.
Awesome. So thank you guys for watching. We kind of have like a little routine going here every Saturday. We're posting this video for you guys. So we'll keep it going as long as she comes up here and films with me. So thank you guys for watching. You never know when you'll be the first responder. Remember the right gear and the right training.
I hadn't got tired of you yet, so.